Hey guys, and welcome to another video, and welcome to episode 2 of my F1 2018 Motorsport Manager mod. So last episode was the first one, and we completed the first 5 races of the season. If you didn't check it out, go watch it now. I explain everything about this series and what's it about. But just gonna show you the standings from last episode. Tech Cheetah Racing are leading with John-Eric Verne in first place, and in Formula 2, yeah, I forgot to say, European Racing Series is Formula E. Asia Pacific Super Cup is Formula 2, with Lando Norris leading the championship with 3 wins, and his team is leading pretty comfortably in first place. And in Formula 1, Red Bull are leading the championship with 2 wins and 6 podiums. Ferrari in second, and Alfa Romeo doing really well as well. And with the drivers, Vettel is leading, Hamilton in second, he has the most wins. Verstappen and Dan Ricciardo doing really well for their team, third and fourth. And Raikkonen in fifth, and Bottas in sixth. The Finns, they are doing really poorly for their teams. Force India doing well as well. Esteban Ocon better than his teammate. Brendan Hartley surprisingly getting a lot of points. Charles Leclerc absolutely bossing it out there, getting points in 3 occasions, I believe, or 4. Really talented driver. And McLaren's Haas and Williams hasn't got a point yet, and I don't think they're gonna get any points at this rate. But yeah, this is round 6. I'm gonna try and finish the season in this episode. If you do not know, if you're not understanding what is going on, go watch the first episode. I really recommend doing so, because I explain why my team is bad and other stuff. So, by the way, comment down below, guys, how do you want these episodes to go? Do you want me to review the standings each race, or do you want me to finish like half a season and then review everything all at once? It's going to be a shorter episode just because of that, but yeah, we'll see. But for now, I'm gonna review the season. I'm gonna review the standings each race and see how each race went. So I'm going to sim the race, and I'll see you after the first race. Okay guys, so race 1 of this episode is completed. John-Eric Verne wins for Formula E. Sebastian Buemi close behind. Sam Bird as well with a really good race. And yeah, not so many surprises. Lucas Di Grassi definitely underperforming, but Audi Sport doing pretty well in the championship as well. Felix Rosenqvist, who is in second place in the championship, he's finished in 7th. And now, in the team standings, Tech Cheetah increased their lead with 4 wins, with Mahindra Racing in second and Audi in third. Yeah, Felix Rosenqvist is in second. He's still in second with a 1 win. And yeah, pretty realistic in my opinion, I think. And let's see how the others did. Red Bull are actually leading the championship, but I don't think they're gonna win. I expect either Ferrari or Mercedes driver to win. Yes, Valtteri Bottas and Kimi Raikkonen, who are underperforming for their teams, did pretty well to get the win and second place for Raikkonen there. Vettel in third, Ricciardo in fourth, fifth Ocon. Really great drive there. He's really consistent. Hamilton in 6th, wow, what a poor race for him. Max down in 7. And Charles Leclerc getting close to points. And the Williams finishing the last. And now we can see the Formula 2. Sergio Camara wins the race. Lando Norris. Well, the top 8 are the same team, as you can see. First and second team, third and fourth team, fifth and sixth, seventh and eighth. What a coincidence. Yeah, Carlin easily in first place. Drivers, Lando Norris is in first. Sergio Camara, I think, yeah, they have the same amount of points. And George Russell goes down to third. And that's the race. Better save. And now I'm gonna make another race, and I will see you after the next race. Okay guys, so we have completed race 7 of 10 in this Formula E championship. Derek Verne once again wins the race. Sebastian Buemi in second, Lucas Di Grassi in third, Sam Bird in fifth. That's really the drivers I know about. Oliver Turvey crashed out for Neo Formula E team. Alex Lynn down the order. Not so many surprises at all. Dragon Racing, even though they're really down the order, they still got a podium. Look at the amount of podiums the teams have. Literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams have got a podium, and 3 have got a win so far. Pretty cool. Janek Verne still leading, Felix Rosenqvist in second, and yeah. The fans are not so happy with us. I just put my drivers on wet tires, full fuel and tire wear, and I just let them go. You know, they finished like 400 seconds behind the first place. But yeah, Sebastian Vettel wins the race. Valtteri Bottas in second, Kimi in third, Daniel in fourth. Lewis Hamilton once again with a poor race in fifth. Charles Leclerc in 10th. He gets more points, this lad. What a driver. If he doesn't go with at least Ferrari next season, I think Raikkonen is going to retire. We might actually see him with Ferrari. As you can see, they actually do have 16 rounds instead of 10 like us. Williams might actually get demoted. And yeah. But if Williams get demoted and Carlin Racing, I believe, get promoted, Ferrari are now in first. Damn. And Hamilton is in second. Vettel is in first. Pretty much. He's really first. He's like 30 points in front. Raikkonen not doing too well. Let's see the teams. Yeah, only 7 people scored points. McLaren, they must score points. They get really close, but they don't manage. Let's continue. Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. If Carlin Motorsport Racing actually managed to go up in standings, I would want to change their name to a more realistic one, because I don't think an F2 team would actually get promoted. You know, like something like Toyota Racing, something realistic that we would expect to see, you know. Lando Norris gets once again another win and he is running away with this championship, as are Carlin Racing. But yeah, saving the game. And now I think I'm gonna skip 2 more races, and then we will review the standings, then do the last race, which is the 10th race, and see how the season ended, you know. So I'll do that, and I'll be right back with you guys. Okay guys, so we completed round 9 of 10 in the championship, and Sebastian Buemi has won the Milan GP. Mario Engel surprisingly in P2, and Felix Rosenqvist in Mahindra Racing in P3. Jared Verne surprisingly in 4th, not like usual. I believe Nelson Piquet got pole in this race. Sam Bird crashed out right after changing onto dry tires. So this is the championship. Tech Cheetah Racing are still leading, with Renault Edams now in 2nd. Sebastian Buemi has now passed Felix Rosenqvist. And that's it. Anyone who wants to see them, feel free to see them now. So now let's see the other ones. And as you guys know, we have completed 2 rounds instead of 1. So Sebastian Vettel once again wins. He has won most of the races of the season. Ricciardo in 2nd, and Max in 3rd. Wow, Mercedes nowhere to be seen. Charles Leclerc in P10, once again getting more points for Sauber. And Alonso was actually pretty close to getting points. So Ferrari are leading the Constructors' Championship, Mercedes down in 3rd. Vettel is leading, Ricciardo in 2nd. Wow, I thought it was gonna go very different. Sergio Camara wins the championship. No, wins the race, and Lando Norris behind him. So they increased their lead, but Lando Norris is still in 1st. And only 5 teams managed to score points here. So now we're gonna sim the last race of the season, and I'm not sure what's gonna happen with the other series, because there's 16 series in F1, and there's only 10 or 9 races, so they might continue after we stop. So I'm gonna do the last race, and I'll show you the result. Okay guys, the last race of the season is finally complete. Sebastian Buemi wins the race, even though Generic Verne was already crowned champion before this. But it's good to see him getting the win for the last race with a sizable margin, 20 seconds there. Daniel Abt in 3rd, Alex Lynn in 5th, really good for him. He's not been having really good races so far. Felix Rosenqvist in 7th, down the order compared to sometimes 2 drivers actually crashed in that race. Oliver Turvey and Eduardo Mortano. Sam Bird actually had a penalty at the start, I believe, and so he finishes basically last, because then there's my team, which are literally the worst of the worst. So Takchita are still in first, with Renault in second, so they win the championship. So in total, 7 teams have got a podium, and 4 of them have got a win. And Jean-Eric Vergne wins the championship. Sebastian Buemi with 3 wins behind. 5 drivers actually won a race from the whole grid, and some of them didn't even finish that high up, like Mortano or Luther. Our drivers are pretty, looking forward for a better car, but they're really not gonna get anything good. We're just doing this to have some fun. So F1 had the Belgian Grand Prix, let's see. And Sebastian Vettel wins once again the Grand Prix. And Hamilton at least finishes on the podium this time. And yes, that is round 10 of 16, as you can see. So they have 6 more races, while we have finished. Then Ricciardo's in second, and the teams, well, Alfa Romeo are in 6th. There are only 7 teams with points. And 6 of the drivers do not have points, it seems. Let's see, Formula 2 now. Lando Norris wins the race. They only have 1 more race until they are ready of the season. He basically won the championship now, because 10 points is the maximum you can get, and Sergio de Camara is 15 points behind. So congratulations to Lando Norris. Maybe he will get a seat next time in F1. I don't know why he's happy, because he got like 17th, which is a place higher than usual. So let's end the season now, see what happens. We're not gonna buy young drivers and stuff. It's just stupid. Okay, let's see the standings now. So obviously he wins. Carlin Motorsport won the championship with Lando Norris. Ooh, I think George Russell overtook Sergio de Camara right at the end. I believe he was in 3rd. And the championship, it's Sebastian Vettel who clinches the title, with Lewis Hamilton in 2nd place. Wow, that is a pretty big gap. That's 90 points, if my math is correct. Mercedes down, well, that is a really close battle actually. Ferrari with 479, Red Bull with 413, and Mercedes with 411. And McLaren, yes, they managed to get points. Alonso managed to get some points. That is great. That is really good to see. And Leclerc gets 20 points while his teammate gets 0. So we were pretty bad, I know. We get 13.5 million. really don't have any good drivers, so that's pretty good for us. End of season awards. Driver of the season, Sebastian Buemi. And Mahindra Racing get the better finish. Jack Aitken with the overachiever, and MP Racing. Let's see F1, Sergio Perez. Ooh, he was expected to finish pretty much in the last place. And Alfa Romeo getting carried literally by Leclerc. Let's see driver conditions. This is the real excitement now. Lucas Di Grassi has retired. Ooh, okay, so they're gonna have to get a new driver. As does Jerome D'Ambrosio. So Mahindra Racing, let's see some F1 maybe. McLaren have hired Grosjean. Wow, and Alonso has retired. And Haas have hired Buemi. Diaz Virgin Racing has hired Giovinazzi. Neo Formula E team has hired Kvyat. Don't think we saw. Ooh, Audi Sport have hired Kubica. And Tech Cheetah has hired Verline. Neo hired Schumacher. Nick Schumacher, that is. Venturi signs Rosberg. Dragon Racing Button. Wow. So let's continue. This is really exciting. I think Charles Leclerc is going to make another season though. He's not going to move, unfortunately. Even though he's a really talented driver. End of negotiation, maybe we'll see some more moves. I think that is it. Don't think we're going to see some more moves. They have hired Button. And Nico Rosberg for Venturi. Schumacher is in Formula E now. Ooh, they have hired Daniel Abt. Now he's not as good as Verne, but he can still do the job. Probably the biggest move of the championship is Romain Grosjean going to McLaren. Well, they have hired Sebastian Buemi, which is a really good driver. And could we see him in the points? And Kvyat is now racing in Formula E as well. Okay, let's go to preseason and then we will end the episode there, and we'll start in the start of the next episode is going to be the first race. Oh, that is Daniel Abt in first place with Nico Rosberg. Wow, look at the difference between Daniel Abt and Nico Rosberg. There's 5/10 in there. Okay, we don't really need to see this one. It's just the development of our car, but we don't really care. We're still gonna be bad because of me. What? How are we not last? Young driver, I'm not gonna sign any. And the new season. So we'll review all the standings, all the driver changes and stuff, and we'll end the episode there. So let's start off with Formula E. Some moves are Alexander Rossi is now in Formula E. Antonio Giovinazzi as well. Then Daniel Kvyat, Battersby as well. I think he wasn't in this game. He must have been a young driver. There's Jenson Button as well. Jose Maria Lopez. Yeah, he was with the team. Mick Schumacher, Nico Rosberg, Verline, and Kubica. GP2. They're still the same, really. Don't think I'm seeing any differences in the teams. So yeah. And Formula 1, not so different as well, but there is Romain Grosjean at McLaren and Haas have signed Buemi. This is pretty cool to see. Maybe you don't know, maybe this could happen, but very unlikely. So guys, I'm gonna end the episode there. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed it, so smash that like button if you did, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye guys.